Hello everyone, this is Chris Ogle and it is April the 13th, week 13 in my regular L4G news update of what's going on with Link4Growth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover what events I attended last week, and then I'm going to go through a quick summary of what's happening and new stuff that's taking place, and then we're going to have a quick look at next week's activities, and there's quite a lot going on. So last week on Monday we had the launch of the Farnham event, so that was held at a sort of community place down in Farnham, and we've got it on the map. It was a small group, but we got it on the map, and what we've done now is this is a little bit of something that everyone in Link4Growth can do, is we join some of the local groups that are targeted at people in that area, and we've already got a couple of people that have booked in for next month's event, which is fantastic. So we'll continue to engage with people on LinkedIn. They're typically people who are interested in meeting other folk, so good place to start. So that's Farnham. Also on Monday was the Twitter hours. We've got L4G SWH60, which is from 7 till 8, and L4G Cam 60, which was from 8 until 9. So they took place on Tuesday. Piccadilly drinks in the evening, and we've moved recently from Holborn down to just off Green Park Tube Station to a place called Henry's Bar. Very, very good event there. They actually seclude off a little bit of the general bar area for us with a little bit of a sort of rope cordon type thing. We had over 20 people there. It was a really good event, and what I particularly like about the London events in the centre of town is that you get people from all over London. So we had people there from Croydon, from South London, people from North and the East, and you get a really good eclectic mix of people, so young, old and in between, so if you ever get a chance to come into central London, or you know anybody that works in central London, do tell them about the Link4Drinks evening that we have there. We will be starting another one not too distant future, I think, in another part of central London, because they are becoming really quite popular. On Wednesday I was at Harrow. 3 meetings set up for Harrow, and if you've caught sight of on the community forum, actually there's a little bit of a picture session taking place there. I joined Deepa's FLP business. Been using some of the products myself, and why not get them a bit cheaper? So that was quite good fun there. There was a good crowd there. Very interesting just talking to people about different things, and some projects they're working on, we're on, and just really good open networking event really, where everybody went away with loads of stuff. So really good. Thursday, Watford, just down the road from me in Watford, that one. That went really well again. I had quite a few one-to-ones pre-booked for that event, and it turned out to be really interesting, and we did a bit of planning as well for what's happening in Watford and some of the new developments, which I'll be talking about in a little while. But it really started to turn into a bit of a community spirit there in Watford, so well done to Matthew Hooman, and also to young Aidan Nichols, who's he's a technical wizard and he's been helping us with getting our technology sorted out, but he's taking more of an active role in the Watford scene as far as Link4Growth is concerned, and he's getting quite a lot of business out of Link4Growth. So watch that man, Aidan Nichols. On Friday I was at Ware, just up the A10 there, and again really interesting mix of people there. People hadn't been for a while, people are coming back, people have been to other events in the local area, and even some offers of people who'd like to actually participate and start taking more an active role in Link4Growth, and that's really, really good to see. So that was my week last week. New stuff happening. On Friday I actually went up to Birmingham and had a conversation with a lady called Tracy. More details on that later, but Tracy really gets the Link4Growth thing. In fact, the reason I went to see her was she was describing to somebody else why is there no events where you can go along and talk to other people without having a card, people thrusting business cards and just talking about business? Why can't we just have an event where we can get along and actually get to know other people? And the person that she was talking to said, hang on a minute, isn't that you just described Link4Growth? And consequently she was put in touch with me, and she just totally gets what we're trying to do up there. So they're based in, they actually run a telephone canvassing type business where they make phone calls on behalf of people, sort of cold calling, and they're in Birmingham Centre. So there's an area there of central Birmingham, the Solihull, which they're probably likely to get something up and running for us. But Tracy's got connections all over the Midlands, in Dudley and the sort of Black Country, with Kenilworth around there, Worcester and south of Birmingham, and also in Walsall, Wolverhampton, and in the north there. And we've already got Coventry in the kind of the east side of that kind of stuff going already. So turning into a little bit of a hotbed up there, and in line with my my goal, which is to get these districts in the Midlands up and running by the end of June. So as you can see, things are progressing quite nicely up there. Matthew confirmed on Friday he went to see a couple of the local Regis offices, and we've now got a Regis event, coffee event in Rickmansworth at the end of April in the Regis building. There's parking available there, there's coffee going to be there. They've even offered to allow us to use some of the one of the meeting rooms there for running some training events. So a real good lot of support there from Regis. And also the Regis in Clarendon Road is also very supportive, and we're scheduled to host 3 coffee events there over the coming 3 months, and they're starting in May. So we've got one at the end of April and one at the beginning of May, so really quite keen to get that moving. We've got a Bournemouth child-friendly coffee starting. That'll be the first in May, May the 1st, with Diane Oridopi. So brilliant, well done Diane, looking forward to that. And we've also got a brand new event, which is an event about nutrition. Now let me tell you a little bit about that. Varsha Khartri is a Link4Growth member. She's actually helping us with the Uxbridge event, which I'll talk about in a bit. But she's a nutritional specialist, and she asked us if she could actually put on a workshop to sort of help people in Link4Growth with nutrition choices. And that's come to fruition. That's on the April the 27th, so I'm booked into that. If you're interested, then you'll find that on Eventbrite. Tiger Teams, this is a reincarnation of our forerunner to this, which was the boardroom events. Now Tiger Teams is a different thing. It's been extended, it's got lunch involved, it's got a guest speaker slot, so it's really quite an interesting mix there. Still problem solving as well, but the idea is that there's a community element to it as well, and it's about bringing together people who want to work more closely together over a 12-month period. So that starts in Stevenage on the 24th of April, and I'm looking forward to that as well. A couple of days before that, we've got the first L4G Expo. I've spoken about this on previous videos, but that is destined to really change the map in terms of local business exhibition type stuff, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the fallout, or the benefits and the results of us running that. So in a couple of weeks time I'll be reporting in on how that's gone. Next week's highlights, I can't go through them all because, to be honest, we've got 14 events running next week, 2 additional workshops all on Google+, 2 Twitter hours running in the evenings. We've got 2 Link4Growth hangouts organised, but we've got new events in Uxbridge next week on Tuesday. We've got a new event in Chingford on Wednesday. We've got a new event in Cardiff, in Cardiff Bay on the Thursday, which I'm going down to. We've also got 2 sound bites being recorded. Now, if you remember, sound bites are a little bit of it's about people in Link4Growth being able to talk about something they're passionate about, or something they're an expert in, or a great experience they've had, and actually share that with the rest of the Link4Growth community. 2 of those coming up next week. One's with Alison Cooper, who's a VA, and she's going to be talking about what VAs can actually do, and I'm going to be questioning her on the quandaries that business people face and why they struggle with a VA concept. So that should be quite interesting if you're considering using a virtual assistant as your business grows in the future. And we're also at the end of the week going to have 3 or 4 guests on a hangout, and we're going to be talking about bookkeeping and the choices that face people who are running a business and what they should look at, whether it be from a very simple spreadsheet template right the way up to like a proper accounting system if your business is a bit bigger. So we're going to have some people on there who can talk a lot better than I can about those type of things, but I'll as always be in the driving seat asking those difficult questions. So that's it. That's all I've got to report this week, but as you can see, there is so much going on. Next week is just huge. It is the busiest week on record next week, certainly from my perspective. But having said that, the week after, because this week's full, next week's already been getting filled up. So it's just absolutely madly, brilliantly, fastly exciting stuff at Link4Growth. And I wish you all the best for the coming week, and I'll catch up with you again on whatever it is, the 20th. Okay, see you then. Bye now.